I could build a shed.
A shack?
Not a shack, a shed. A simple roofed structure, typically made of wood, sturdy, useful.
Building a shack.
A shed. I'm sure I could build a shed. A good one. A damn good one.
Are you sneaking up on the idea that building a shed could be a project that would replace helping aging writers and artists find a way to keep going when the days have dwindled down to a precious few and the door to oblivion is just a few steps down the hall?
Well, I guess I might be...
Emerson would be very, very disappointed.
You know, I knew you would bring Emerson in.
I'm entering a trance-like state. I'm accessing the internet. Here's Ralph.
He who aims at progress should aim at an infinite, not at a special benefit. The imaginative faculty of the soul must be fed with objects immense and eternal. Then it will be a good always approached, never touched, always giving help.
So, building a shack.
Shed.
Building a shed would not be a project immense enough to be always giving health.
I don't have always ahead of me.
Wait a minute. I need Johnson here. Give me a moment. Here he comes.
The certainty that life cannot be long, and the probability that it will be much shorter than nature allows, ought to awaken every man to the active prosecution of whatever he is desirous to perform. It is true that no diligence can ascertain success. Death may intercept the swiftest career, but he who is cut off in the execution of an honest undertaking has at least the honor of falling in his rank, and has fought the battle, though he missed the victory.
Ha! He said, ought to awaken every man to the active prosecution of whatever he is desirous to perform. And I am desirous to build a shed.
Why? Why do you want to build a shed? What put that idea into your mind?
Well, I get about a dozen emails a day offering plans for sheds. One of them offers 9,000 shed plans for, well, a reasonable price.
Oh, I see. 9,000 shed plans. I seriously underestimated the scope of the project. Building 9,000 sheds would be a project of Emersonian immensity.
No comment.
My darling, will you join me in the Laboratory of Imaginary Solutions?
Are we going to conduct a Gedanken experiment?
Yes, we are.
Okay, of course. I would be glad to join you in the Laboratory of Imaginary Solutions. It's one of my favorite haunts.
Here we go. Whoosh! We're standing together, side by side.
Yes, I'm there.
We are looking out at a beautiful natural setting. You exclaim, "Oh, my darling, this is breathtaking."
Oh, my darling, this is breathtaking.
And I ask, what do you find most beautiful in this beautiful natural setting? And you say,
what do I say? The trees, the grasses, the clouds, the light, the total effect. What do you find most beautiful in this beautiful natural setting?
well, my darling, what I find most beautiful in this beautiful natural setting is the complete absence of sheds.
Okay, no sheds. I wouldn't want to spoil this beautiful view, but I'll admit that I was really beginning to relish the idea of being remembered by countless future generations as the man who built 9,000 sheds. Early the next morning, I was standing in our home office, staring at nothing, in the sense that I was occupied by my own thoughts, looking inward, and what I found there was nothing. That is, the thought that if I chose to, I could do nothing. Not build a shed, not continue writing my memoirs, which I've been doing for decades. Just do nothing.
What's up?
Asked Albertine. Oh, nothing.
Ooh, I don't like the sound of that.
Oh, sorry. I didn't mean to upset you. Thinking quickly? which I can still do when driven to it, I said, I didn't mean nothing the way you think I did. I meant it quite literally. I was thinking of that old question. Why is there something rather than nothing? And it's the nothing part of it that's got me thinking.
Deep thoughts. I won't interrupt.
Wait, I'm not telling you the truth.
Oh?
The truth is, well, I was thinking of doing nothing.
Doing nothing?
For the rest of my days, just doing nothing.
Oh, that's great. What an idea. Brilliant.
It is?
It's that technique, right?
That technique? What technique?
That technique for the discussion. First make them swallow the bitter poison of despair, and then you administer the sweet antidote of hope. You know, knock 'em down and pick 'em up. Let's hear the sweet antidote of hope.
I don't have any antidote to offer.
Oh, come on. It could be as simple as do anything, but do something. Build a shack if that's the only thing you can think of. I'm not putting it well. Ooh, wait. I know who puts it very well. Hang on. I'm entering a trance-like state. I'm accessing the internet. Here he comes. I think he's got some advice. Do you have any advice, BB?
But I do have some advice to pass along right here in the words of this song. You better not look down if you want to keep on flying. Put the hammer down, keep it full speed ahead. You better not look back, or you might just wind up crying. You can keep it moving if you don't look down.
If that's not the sweet antidote of hope, I don't know what is. One more time?
Definitely.
You better not look down if you want to keep on flying. Put the hammer down, keep it full speed ahead. You better not look back, or you might just wind up crying. You can keep it moving if you don't look down.
I can swing along through anything, and skies will be sunny and blue. Just as long as the world goes round and around, and I go around with you. I can smile in every weary mile. I know that I'll always come through. Just as long as the world goes round and around, and I go around with you. You are the bow and the fiddle, playing the strings of my heart. There'd be no song worth singing if we should ever part. But life would be the sweetest melody, a song of a love that is